if you feel that your life is too hard, you need to have a talk with God.
Honestly.
A lot going on. Anyways, welcome to another episode of Cynically Acute, the award-nominated podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Monger. I'm here with...
I'm your host, Gary Johnson, a.k.a. Lamont. Hey, man, y'all know what the fuck going on.
Y'all know what's going on. Hey, shout out to my guy, Cassius. Shout out to Memphis Podcast. Shout out to him. I told him we needed to do an earlier episode because it's been a lot going on. There's been a lot going on, but we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. We're going to have more structure this week. I'm sorry, last episode, my energy died down at the end because I was in producer mode. I'm like, oh, dang. We deep into the episode. I was trying to make sure everything was good. You know what I'm saying? When I be getting ready to say stuff, I'd be like, this gonna make them mad. And then when I say it and they get mad, I'd be like, why everybody's so mad?
I'm the opposite.
Why everybody messed up?
I never expect niggas to be tender. I grew up around real old country niggas who don't give... My granddad will shoot himself in the foot right now and just be like, yeah, damn, I worked him. Like, these niggas is tender, and I apologize for that. If I have ever offended anybody, I truly apologize. That is not my intention.
I truly apologize as well, because I want y'all to come see me and support me this third Saturday of September as I defend my throne at You Look Like against Richard Douglas Jones. Because if I win the third time, I'm a retiree.
That's what I'm saying. You won 2-3 times,
and then I can retire into the sunset. You know what I'm saying? I gotta defend my throne. Shout out Allie Newsome. She's a white woman I'm going against. I haven't done much research on her. I picked her because I felt like she had a kind heart and she wouldn't say nothing crazy.
Shout out Katrina Coleman for putting together a good
show. Shout out Katrina Coleman. Shout out Kevin Hart. First of all, You Look Like was bought by Kevin Hart. Not too much on Katrina.
Turn up.
Not too much. Not too much on Katrina Coleman. Hey, bro, come on now. Shout out Craig Brewer. It was produced by Craig Brewer. Bought by Kevin Hart and placed on the LOL network. You can look it up on YouTube right now.
Go stream Fight Night on Peacock, directed by Craig Brewer. Craig Brewer always put on for the city. Go stream Fight Night. Has all your great black stars in it. Terrence Howard, Kevin Hart, Taraji P. Henson. Everybody named mom in that hoe. Now, if you want to come see me, you can see me Friday. September 6th at the Joint Comedy Theater. Nigga, I'm promoting. Or you can see me the 28th of September here at High Cotton Brewery. And I'm featuring for Charlie Virgos. It's gonna be a hell of a show. Now what, nigga?
I was saying, can we tell them how we saw Fight Night?
No,
we can't tell them that.
But Craig,
I
don't know. No.
All right, we gonna keep it going. Like I said, make sure y'all follow us. We're gonna put a link in the bio to where you can see both of our social medias. We'll have a list of all the open mics you can go to. We gotta get on that, but. The first thing I wanted to talk about, because I feel like we contradicted ourselves a lot last couple of episodes.
Last few episodes.
Really every episode.
We sporadic. We wasn't doing this shit often enough to keep continuity. And I feel like we can change that now by doing this every week or every 2 weeks. Yeah. We will not have a better continuity. So we won't sound as crazy. Because niggas will think we on cocaine if they watch all these episodes. They're like, man, them niggas on powder. We're not. I don't blame you if you do, because a lot of comedians do, but we not.
I'm not with that. Not yet. Not yet.
We need more money.
I'm not gonna do coke in Memphis. Nah, I'm not gonna be a cokehead in Memphis.
That's a very good point. You need Miami coke. You need LA coke. You don't need Memphis City coke, unless I'm getting it from Player Fly. Whoever is that nigga coke supply got the finest snow in all of the
I'm snorting with the mane in the mirror. I'm snorting on that pure cocaine.
He said, I told my dad I want to learn how to do coke. He said, this is how you do it. Player Fly, we want you on the show. You a Memphis legend, and I'm trying to get you on the show.
Shout out, Player Fly. You did get washed on Nobody Needs Nobody, though.
What? You a fucking lie.
Was that Gangsta Black or Country Black? Was that Gangsta Black on the beginning of?
That's Gangsta Black.
On the beginning. Yeah. He washed them.
No.
You shouldn't have let him rap us.
No.
This for the groupies who knew me. Yo. But we gonna see, this is what we do. We always, it's my fault. It's my fault. I get us off structure. Monger's Law. How long can you talk to me before I go to a completely different topic? All right. We're gonna go back to being focused. What I wanted to talk about was we talked a lot about clout and how people want to get famous and how everybody's making content, so forth and such. But we are them niggas. We have been on a tangent, dropping content, trying to make sure we drop every day to feed the algorithm so that we can grow our brands and grow our platform. And we're doing this, and we often say crazy things on here that are sensationalized for the consumer, so that it's more interesting. So, an interesting question came to mind that I wanted to start our podcast with.
Okay.
How do you earn a platform?
How do you earn a platform?
How do you prove that you deserve a platform?
Okay, so the narrative has changed. It used to be talented and therefore you deserve opportunities and you deserve a platform.
Mm-hmm.
Then along the way, it turned into, and this is any environment you're in. It's not just comedy. It's not just entertainment. Any professional environment to where it's not in an office setting or in a finance setting.
Mm-hmm.
It's suffering. It's quote unquote the idea of paying one's dues. You could be a talented motherfucker, but people still want you to pay dues, especially in the Black community. And I hate to say this. I saw a quote the other day. It says Black people are over mentored and underfunded.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching another podcast. And a lady was just like, yeah, I was really great at my job, and people kept complimenting me and saying, okay, just keep going. And she said that even one of her mentors was telling her, oh, all you got to do is this, this, and this. And she said, motherfucker, you know all the people who could help me. But you want me to constantly prove myself and constantly earn it. And there's nothing wrong with that, because earning stuff and, getting it out the mud, as they say, is how you learn to appreciate something. However, other people aren't doing this. Other people aren't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Mediocre people in every other facet of life are like, okay, you cool as fuck. Here, take this opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Here, take this. Specifically in the Black community, whether it's entertainment or anything else. Oh, that nigga got to do this for 20 years. That nigga got to show me something. That nigga got to do this. That nigga got to do that. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying what it is. That's what we talk about. We talk about the atmosphere, the current atmosphere. That's what it is.
Well, I guess it's a difference in culture, because I imagine there in different rooms, different things are valued. But we both do comedy often. We do comedy every day, pretty much. And we know the difference between the energy we have to have in front of a Black room or a white room.
Fact.
In a white room, you can be more awkward, you can be more slow and really try to build a different rhythm. But in front of a Black audience, you got to go up there, yuckity yuck, what's happening, waka waka.
I don't think so.
Oh, well,
Like
hello, my darling, hello, my ragtime gal. You got to come in there, hey, mama, you got to come in there with me.
No.
So it's
You have to.
What do you cue up every time you do a Black audience? What song do you cue up?
I Got My Whiskey by Mel Waiters.
I got my money and I got my whiskey because tonight.
But that's because, okay, so I started doing comedy in front of Black crowds. This nigga started doing comedy in front of white crowds. Don't listen to him.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey. Actually.
I nigga started doing comedy in Suicide Alley.
Wait. Wait. I have been in the game for over 10 years. I've been in the comedy game.
Then he was doing church plays. Tyler Perry's content.
We was at Lander Center. Shout out to Terrell Monk. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got my start in show business.
No lie, if I rebrand myself as a Christian comedian right now, I'm on y'all ass. Within a year, I'm on y'all.
You got too much hate in your heart.
No, I do, but I can hide that. I can fake the funk. But if I start, nigga, what Christian comedy? Shit.
Because Kurt Franklin waited a long time before you heard him say, "I'll beat your motherfucking ass."
He done waited a long time to wear lip gloss.
All right.
Church people support who as long as you're talented and you're not outwardly doing the things that they don't like you to do, then it's fine.
Okay.
I would just have to delete my social media and start going to different churches.
Okay. So the question, how do you earn a platform? How do you earn a podcast? That's interesting to me, because I find every time that I upload a video, I do that. Like you were talking about how I haven't uploaded the backlog, I haven't uploaded the archives. I feel a great need to deliver quality product. Like even with my own production somewhere in Memphis, I'm sitting on, gigabytes upon gigabytes of content from that show.
Oh, yes. Listen, we can't allow this boy to talk to us
that I've built across the years. And really the only reason I even posted it, and I'll post it in the bio so y'all can watch it if y'all haven't watched it. The only reason I posted it was because my best friend Cameron was really like, hey, like, are you serious about this? Like, if you don't think you can do it, just don't do it, But go and post it. Don't
let perfection be the enemy of great.
I won't let, don't let perfection be the enemy of great. But I feel in this day and age, especially believing what I believe and talking how I talk, I can't allow myself, because it's very quick to allow yourself to become someone who just does it for the content, who just believes in content over everything.
Facts.
So I think it's something that will be proven episode to episode. What it takes to earn a podcast.
What you're saying is you can't be as uppity as you are and allow mediocrity, which is understandable.
Okay.
That was, and that's fine. If you were uppity, if a motherfucker was talking uppity to you, and you look down at his feet and he didn't have no shoes on, and he had holes in the sock, you'd be like, "Who the fuck does this nigga think he is?" That's fine. Because that's how people look at me. I'm a hippie ass nigga, but and people like, who the fuck does this nigga think he is? That's very fine. I understand that. But just like we said last time, it causes a disconnect. Everybody's afraid to do something that's not of good quality. Everybody's afraid to do this, or everybody feels like they have to do this. I post constantly on social media. I don't want to do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I am a stand-up comedian. I work best on the stage. Anybody who has ever seen me on the stage know that I'm like motherfucking lightning in a bottle. You go see Lamont at the show, I'm just not memorable for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to fix that. I have to start connecting to people.
I mean, you're memorable. People be remembering you. It's just most people don't remember comedy. They remember comedy from like specials because they become ongoing jokes when you talk to other people. But people say all the time how much they love Eddie Murphy. And then if they quote Eddie Murphy stand-up, they'll say something like, I got your ice cream. I got your ice cream.
Because
like,
it's from the special.
Like it's from the special. It's like it was a popular thing. But that's because it just lived on for a long time. And you lived with it. And a nigga come into a random comedy show on a Tuesday with his wife, and you just seen 5, 6 niggas get on stage. You're not gonna remember one of your jokes. Like, you know, people have songs they really, really love that they can't remember.
That's me as fuck. I don't know the name of them. I just know the lyrics of the melody. But that is something that we're gonna have to do as a podcast and as comedians. We have to physically go out into the community and ingratiate ourselves into the community. Because we were just saying that's why a lot of Memphis comedians don't have the city behind them, is because they're not in the community. Mm-hmm. And the ones that are in the community, whether they're good on stage or not, they're in the community so people know them. Mm-hmm. So that is, if you're a local comic or on any type of level, independent comic, please don't forget to connect to your community. Because I've been doing comedy for 4 years, and my major mistake was I network with all types of comedians. Comedians don't buy fucking tickets. I can't pay my bills with compliments. If I could cash in compliments, I'd be fucking rich. Because motherfuckers be, oh, you funny as hell. Niggas is on TV. Oh, you funny as hell. Those people don't buy tickets. Those people don't ever fool yourself into believing a motherfucker gonna change your life. It's fine to open for famous people. It's fine to do all this. Them niggas don't care about you. They gonna shake your hand and give you a compliment and keep it moving. That's fine. Go to the mall and hand out flyers. Paper flyers still hold weight.
I just handed out flyers at Best Buy.
Exactly. Hand out paper flyers. Go speak at schools. Go volunteer at soup kitchens. All the shit that I haven't been doing because I've been working so hard. Go do that, and that's how you gonna get.
Oh, look at me on the mind, and I don't want to quit my job.
I don't want to quit my job.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate working. But I'm not stupid. I ain't ever gonna be stupid enough to be like, that's shit you see in an 80s movie. Be like, I'm gonna strike out and follow my dreams.
Yeah, man.
Out your damn mind.
Yeah.
Nigga, this is 2024 in America. I end up dead on the road somewhere trying to follow a dream. Nigga, I'll sell dope first.
Yeah. Well, we've had an eventful week this week, and I definitely wanted to do the podcast early so that we could get to things. Let's talk about this. Big Memphis news right now. Mm-hmm. The legendary Chuckles Comedy House is now closed after 10 years of being in business. And in a surprise last hoorah, they decided to throw a little impromptu reunion with a couple of comedians who just happened to be around in the area.
When is it?
No, it's what they did when Quinn Kelly and all them pulled up. And
I think they're doing one more.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Let me get my shit off, bro. Let me do the headline. But they decided to post a GoFundMe after Fox 13 posted them closing. And this GoFundMe, they are raising for a goal of hold on, let me get that wide just so you see both of our reactions when we say this nonsense. They're asking for a whopping total of 450 grand. I felt like earthquake. Let her go. She's supposed to be with the Lord. This not when somebody trying to keep their dog alive. You need 450,000. My nigga, who is your landlord? The Godfather?
First of all, nigga, do you know how much Section 8 it is in Memphis? You can pay every Section 8 rent in Memphis and still have change to open up a chicken spot.
You opened a GoFundMe. You didn't put, we're gonna put it to this dollar. You didn't put, hey, we're in the hole for this much. You just said,
give me half a meal real quick. Yeah, y'all got it. No, we don't. This is Memphis, nigga. Not only is America broke, nigga, we broke.
And imagine giving them 450 grand and then you pull up to the Chuckles Comedy House as it was.
Oh, hell no. It better be all new shit if I'm in here.
And I don't even say that. And I know when we say things, it sounds like, we talking mess and we trash people. And I'm not trashing the establishment. I'm not trashing Big Mike. Shout out Big Mike. I'm more so wondering, when you make a GoFundMe and you ask the community for $450,000, and then you turn the comments off where people are expressing their grievances, and you're looking, do I want to get off? I ain't gonna get off.
Go ahead. Take your time. Let them use you.
That's all right, baby.
Let them speak through you.
All right.
First of all, let's talk about the fact that this is like, you remember Oprah and The Rock was asking motherfuckers for money to donate to the fires in Hawaii? This is like that.
Yes.
Because the niggas that own Chuckles have $450,000.
Yes.
The average Memphian does not, nigga. I have enough for a 12-piece lemon pepper fried hard. Not at Chuckles because it's going to be $100 for them wings. But somewhere else I have the money to pay for those. Now, mind you, I've only been doing comedy 4 years. I've never performed at Chuckles. I've never been to Chuckles since I became a comedian. Mm-hmm. I visited Chuckles as a consumer one time. As soon as I turned 21, I was like, oh my God, I love stand-up comedy. I'm going to go to Chuckles Comedy House. I went. I paid good money for a ticket. I don't even remember who the fuck I went to see because it was so late that I ended up being like, oh shit, I got to go to work. Mm-hmm. It's been an hour and the shit hasn't started when it's supposed to start. But I spent like $85 on like a couple of beers. We was my 2-item minimum. My 2-item minimum plus the ticket, I spent like $85. Yeah. And I was just like, who do these people think they are?
I remember.
But I fuck with y'all for bringing black famous comedians to the city. But with the $500,000, we could open up another club in downtown Memphis where it needs to be. Because fucking Cordova.
Because you gotta drive past the Wolf Chase Mall to see some comedy.
You driving into Cordova. And
then going to Chuckles is like going to court damn near because you're going to go in there with your lady. You think you're having a good time. You're going to buy your tickets. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Chuckles Comedy House. Thank you for letting me do a couple of shows. Shout out Christopher Ingram. Shout out Prescott.
Oh God, it's legendary.
Shout out, they legends. Let me preface this with saying
legendary.
That Chuckles Comedy House is filled with legends. Weekend to weekend.
Legendary comedians.
I came in there and I got to see Uncle Elroy from
Don D.C. Curry.
Don D.C. Curry. The show is great.
And thank you for allowing local comedians to meet these people.
Yes.
And open for these people because that's something so important for young black comics, especially to be able to see people who are where you want to be and be able to actually speak to them. Like my colleagues, like I said, I haven't been back to Chuckles since I became a comedian, but that's because I focus elsewhere. But my friends who come to y'all spot to open for these people, y'all are giving them a balanced amount of knowledge, and I've seen them grow way faster. Like the 1 year comics, 2 year comics, I've seen them grow way faster than we could have grown because they were around these type of people, and that's a beautiful thing. But if you want to open up a comedy club in Memphis, number one, I want it downtown. Because it can't depend on residents. It needs to depend on the tourists as well. And whether people know it or not, this is a good tourist city. I'd have met some motherfuckers in Japan on a random Wednesday. Not even here to see Elvis. Just, Memphis, Tennessee. This is a tourist city. Number two, Chuckles' capacity was too high. I think it was like a 500-person capacity.
Yeah, they don't need that many.
Yeah, no indie comedy club needs to be over a 250-person capacity. It needs to be smaller than that. Number two, your menu needs to be smaller. You need a 10-item menu. Any given day, that's fine if you want to run a special, but a 10-item menu, it should be able to fit on some shit this size.
Nigga was having 30 items. That jump was coming like TGI Fridays.
Exactly.
TGI Fridays.
Exactly. You don't need none of that. That's what we need. If you can give me that, one of you niggas with good credit, just listen to what Lamont said. Put it downtown. 200-person capacity, 10 items on the menu.
The funny thing is, every time we talk about talk about the idea of opening up a comedy club, Lamont always names a bunch of white people that should throw it because he thinks they got good credit.
Because I know they got good credit.
He'll just say, okay, we need XXX, and I'll be like, okay, all these are upper middle class white men.
Shit, Oscar P, I don't fuck with you like that, but can you open up a comedy club? Let a nigga slide through. I'll bribe you.
Oscar P do that. I be seeing Oscar P with all them billboards and whatnot. You get into that money, player. Go open up that comedy club, my guy.
Comedy club, playboy.
Go open the Memphis Finest Comedy Club.
Go on, do it. I'll put it right next to the Orpheum where we can go see it.
No.
I'm a couple of spots open downtown on Main Street because so much shit get foreclosed. The old Blind Bear. Buy Blind Bear.
Buy Blind Bear.
Buy Blind Bear.
Come
Turn
on,
it into a comedy club. It's just big enough, and I think they got a downstairs too, which is where like the kitchen and shit is. But yeah, get out.
I can't ask Oscar P to do nothing because I was trying to work with him, but I forgot that I had the interview and I slept through that joint. And he just DM'd me on Facebook and said, wow.
It'll be all right. Like I said.
Shout out Oscar P. I love Oscar P. Real legend.
You all right.
I'm going to say Oscar P. a legend just because I knew who he was before I did comedy. I knew of Oscar P.
Oscar P definitely a member.
But no. So with Chuckles, the thing I was going to say about it seeming like court, you go in, they're going to be like, are you VIP? Are you not? Okay, you're not. They're going to choose your seat for you. You can't just go sit in the back and chill with your lady. They're going to bring you to the front of the show to make it look packed when folks come in so they can keep all the laughter right there and have good promo.
That's fair enough.
I get it.
That's fair.
But they gonna force you to sit up there. And then, mind you, we've talked about the customer service and how the menu is very long, but they'll have a bunch of stuff X'd out, and how it might take you a long time to get your order. The worst part about it is you can't just leave when you want to leave. You can't just be like, oh, can I get the check? And then dip up out of there. No. You got to get tokens at your seat. So when the show over, they like, hey, wait till we come bring you your seat back, and we're going to give you some tokens so you can leave.
What's the token for?
To prove you paid for 2 items.
Okay, so here's my thing about a 2-item minimum. I'm going to say this, because a lot of people put that. I understand that you need to buy at least
Get your shit off.
Yeah, I understand that you need to buy 2 items. This is any comedy show in the city, any club, any of this. I understand that buying 2 items per person is smart. However, let me tell you something. If you have a welcoming environment and you provide a professional event with good service and you provide a good atmosphere, there's no way that people won't buy 2 or more items. At a good event, at a good venue, you don't have to tell a motherfucker to buy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I hate being forced to buy something. Why the fuck would I come out if I wasn't going to buy something? And think about this. If a motherfucker bought a ticket, because this is comedy, $20, $25 ticket, even if a motherfucker bought a ticket, say they don't buy nothing. That might have been their last motherfucking $15, $20. How fucking
or last $40.
Or last $40. How fucking dare you try to make them buy something else and then try to clown them into buying something else just to cover your back end? No, create a possible vibe. If you see a motherfucker that paid for a ticket and they ain't got 2 items, they ain't got no alcohol, they ain't got no food, just be like, hey, would you like a glass of ice water? You don't know how far that shit go. Because if a motherfucker spend their last $20 in their pocket to come to your funky ass show or to come to your funky ass establishment, you should be grateful. Because that means you mean something to them. I hate that 2-item minimum shit. To see that on a flyer fucking irks my soul. Mm-hmm. It's so fucking ghetto. I don't like it. Stop it. But I also don't produce.
But events. you ain't never thrown nothing. Exactly. You ain't never had no venue. You ain't never had no brick and mortar. Yeah, trying to tell somebody how they supposed to run their venue.
But I'ma spend some money.
Yeah, you might be funny, nigga, but you ain't never had no business, nigga.
This nigga ain't got no motion. This nigga ain't got no bread. I love you.
Got nothing. You ain't made nothing but some lotion, nigga. You ain't never ran nothing.
Oh, now when I was selling lotion, the nigga had money though. I was selling oils and potions and lotions like dope. I had good tax-free money there.
Mm-hmm. But no, so with Chuckles closing, it brings a question because I don't feel that Chuckles was ever the best place to see what the local comedy scene looked like. Like if you cared about comedy at all for real, if you truly, If you wanted to see a nigga from like an old CW show or maybe Funny Marco by chance, go to Chuckles.
Fact.
If you trying to see like people you've seen on your favorite TV shows and movies, go to Chuckles. But as far as local comedy, it never really lived there. I performed there. A lot of people have performed there. They were accommodating. They did want more comedians to come by and do guest spots. They did want more people to be around, to be there when an opportunity arises. But where would you say that comedy lives in a place like Memphis, city to city? Because we've both traveled around doing comedy. We've both, ran the Chitlin circuit.
Right now, comedy lives at the High Tone in Memphis. And the only reason I say that is because
pull up to the High Tone on Tuesdays, Memphis's weekly premiere comedy show.
And the reason I say that is because the establishment is like it's a welcoming environment for comedy. Even if because comedians we gonna say dumb shit, especially at open mics. But when it comes to us having an open mic and being able to book shows when we want to book shows, and the owner, shout out to Skinny at High Tone.
Shout out Skinny.
Shout out Skinny. Shout out his whole staff. It doesn't matter how bad comedy get, because it gets bad. Sometimes people say terrible things. They've never made us as comedians feel unwelcome. It could be an empty house. It could be a packed house. Nobody has ever made us feel like, oh, here come those fucking comedians. Because some venues do that. We understand that this shit ain't everybody's cup of tea. Half of the time we practicing. But it's all about how you treat people. Mm-hmm. There's like 5 different comedy shows booked in the next 2 months at High Tone.
Facts.
Only because all you got to do is, and he's accessible. Other bars and venues like, sure, we'll do it. Get the fuck out of my face. You can go ask Skinny, hey, Skinny, I'm trying to do a show on this day. He'll go see if they're doing music, and then he'll be like, okay, we can do that. We'll work something out. That's how you support creatives in your city. And shit, High Tone support all the creatives. Fucking they have a open mic poetry. They have like comedy shows. They have fucking live music, which is what they really make money off of. Mm-hmm. They don't have to have no fucking comedy. They don't have to have no. They do drag. They don't have to have no fucking comedy. They don't have to have drag. They don't have to do fucking poetry. They do those things. This is a music venue that gets good money as a rehearsal space and a show space. They pack fucking out. I was over there for a heavy metal show the other day. Fucking packed to the brim. Mm-hmm. So thank y'all. That's where creativity is living in Memphis right now. Come to the High Tone, support those people.
Yeah.
But it should be Memphis, period.
Shout out.
It's an entertainment city.
Shout out to the Hot Tone. I don't really think local comedy exists here. I mean, not exists here, but I don't think it really lives here. I don't really think it has a residence. Because I feel if it isn't documented, it never happened. And oftentimes, every comedian has the same experience when they tell people they do comedy, or somebody finds out that they do comedy. They're met with, "I didn't know people do comedy here." It always happens. And that's not to say that there aren't plenty of successful comedians to come out of Memphis. That's not to say that there's not successful comedians living in Memphis right now. It just says more about the landscape around comedy, because I feel like Memphis hip hop has a face, Memphis country music, Memphis sports, Memphis poetry or whatever have you. Memphis, even if you think of church in Memphis, you think of any corner here. But if you think of Memphis comedy, there's really nothing that rings a bell.
This is where the Kojic Church was founded.
It is?
Yeah, this is where the Kojic Church was founded.
Really?
Kojic started in Memphis.
Huh.
By an old school African root worker dude.
I didn't know that.
He was out here healing people with the power of Jesus and magic herbs.
Wait a minute.
Then he founded the Kojic Church. Fun facts. That's why they have the National Convocation here. They stopped for a while, but that's why the convocation is here in Memphis.
I didn't know that.
And if you're gonna be Christian, you might as well be Kojic. I'm not gonna lie. I F with y'all. I F with y'all heavy. Kojics are the best type of
Look at you trying to rebrand and be Christian. I F with y'all.
I do. I F with y'all. I'll be Kojic tomorrow. But they go to church at night and I'm not ready.
I wonder how long Kojic Lamont would last, because the hair wrap got to go immediately.
Immediately.
Right.
I can keep my hair, but the hair wrap got to go immediately. But other than that, I'll last. Mm-hmm. I can sing gospel music. I can shout. I can do all that. I sung it for the Russ College, the Russ College altar choir for the longest.
All right, nigga, here with your resume, trying to find it. like the Kojic Church watching, going, what you say? You trying to get Barry Gordy by the Kojic Church?
Oh God, I was a junior pastor at Sunshine Baptist Church, East Texas. Shout out Pastor Lorenz.
Shout out Pastor Lorenz.
Shout out Pastor Lorenz. But no, that's what it is. But comedians, the reason the comedy doesn't live in Memphis is, one, because people will say it's because they're too sensitive. Comedians, us, we have to keep our eye on our city and what we want. Everybody's looking somewhere else. Everybody's looking towards fame. Everybody's looking towards touring. Everybody's looking towards here. As we said the other day, motherfuckers take for granted how much time you can get in Memphis.
Facts.
We don't have to pay for open mics like LA.
Facts.
When we do have packed mics, they're packed.
Because the thing is, niggas, now that we on that topic, oh my God, Memphis comedians are some of the sassiest, bitchiest, just entitled people on earth. Because if you do comedy anywhere else, like, you getting buried on the list and it's nothing. Like, you getting buried 28, you might be able to, you know what I'm saying, politic your way here and there. But you know that's just the landscape. And if you in Atlanta, LA, New York, nigga, you getting bumped to hell.
Matter of fact, that goes to our next thing. How often do you need to do live comedy?